So, Colorado Skate Podcast is episode 15. We have Adrian Anfinson. Sorry for the hiatus, but we're back. We got a new broadcast, and we're here with Adrian. Thanks for showing up, Adrian.
What's up, brother?
How you feeling today, brother?
I'm doing all right, bro. I'm doing all right. Just chilling.
Good, man.
Yeah.
What do you got going on today?
Today, well, I was supposed to work today. Well, actually, I was supposed to do this interview with you today, and I had an appointment at 12, and I kind of fucked up my whole schedule. And, whatever, like, long story short, I had to fucking reschedule it because I fucked up. I thought I had a small tattoo. It was supposed to be a bigger tattoo. So here I am. I don't know. I rescheduled it. So
Yeah. Thanks for doing that because we were supposed to do this at 1, and then you called me last night, right? Or you text me last night. You're like, oh, can we do a different time? I'm like, sure.
Yeah.
And then we were kind of on a time crunch, and then our later plans fell through. Rescheduled it for 3. Your plans kind of ended up rescheduling everything, so none of us on a time crunch. So we'll kind of just cruising. No cap today. So
we'll see where this conversation
goes.
Yeah, we're chilling now. Like I said, I already moved his appointment. Yada yada yada. Fucking not making it good with him, so we're good.
Yeah. Thanks for making it on. We were trying to hook up maybe 6 or 7 months ago. It didn't work out, so I'm glad you finally made it on. That's exciting. I'm happy about it. Yeah. What else? Anything you're working on right now, or?
Currently I'm just working on trying to get back on my feet, bro. Like, a lot of shit happened in the last year and a half. I mean, we can dive into it if you want. I kind of lost my business and a few other things. I ended up going to jail and like did all this other crap and like literally just trying to get back on my feet.
Yeah. Do you want to talk about that or anything?
Sure.
What happened?
Yeah. So like, I had my shop for about I opened up Sworn Oath Tattoo about 6 years ago, and it was fucking booming.
Where was that at?
So it was in Old Town Arvada. It was called Sworn Oath Tattoo. I opened up with this guy Pisto at the time. He was my business partner, and like things kind of didn't work the way we both thought it would. We kind of over leveraged ourselves when it came down to like, rent and all that versus like how much income we were making and splitting. So eventually I ended up buying him out and I took full ownership of the business. And after that, everything was going really good. I was putting money back into it, growing it, building it out to make it more fancy or whatever the hell I'm trying to say, like to bring in more clientele and all that. And things were booming. And then right before COVID, money was flowing in, so I decided to expand the shop. And I ended up doing that to like spread everybody out, to not make everybody so crammed up and all that. And nobody knew that COVID was going to hit, and then COVID hit, and it kind of like collapsed me for a quick second. And, so that happened.
During COVID, did you take advantage of any of like the safety nets or the PPP or any of the, what were your landlords doing?
So they offered a business loan, like during COVID, like, everybody got their stimulus checks. And then business owners were able to apply for the $10,000 like grant or loan or whatever the hell it was. But from my understanding was you were supposed to pay that back.
Yeah, that was the same thing that they offered me. I'm like, I didn't go this whole time to be not in debt, to be forced into debt by the government.
Exactly.
And so I'm like, I'm not taking this. Lo and behold, years later, they just forgave all of those. Yeah. And I'm like, you scumbags, like what is this? What kind of anything? There was no help.
Oh, exactly. So I didn't accept it. I should have.
Me too.
Because in hindsight, I didn't know that eventually they're gonna relieve you of that debt. That shit would have saved me. So I didn't do it. And what I did instead, it was like, everybody needs to make money in the shop. All right, show up, do your appointments, fucking lock the door in the front, close the fucking blinds, do your tattoos, and get the fuck out. Mm-hmm. And like at that time, we did really well. Like everybody was making a lot of money because all of a sudden everybody had fucking, what was it, like $1,200, or I don't remember what it was.
I think it was 1,500.
Was it 1,500?
And then anybody who was, well, there was a stimulus plus everyone was on like getting unemployment too.
Oh, dude, I had like 3 dudes that worked for me that got unemployment and were making more money off their unemployment than they were off their own business.
Yeah.
Like their own tattooing or piercing. And so they were chilling, like heavy.
Yeah.
But it kind of like, it was great. It was great during that year. Like we fucking killed it that year. Everyone was fucking happy and all that. But like what ended up happening was everybody got too adjusted to like not having to show up to work.
Oh yeah.
Not having to do this, not having to do that. And I fell into the same trap, you know, like I was just partying all the time, doing all the shit. And like, dude, once we got back in the flow of things, it just kind of like, I don't know, kind of collapsed on itself, man. And
Yeah, partying was kind of bumming though during the pandemic. It was not very fun.
Yeah. Well, I feel like it gave the excuse to party.
It definitely did because there was nothing. No one could do it. You can do anything.
Yeah.
But 12 Volt was burnt. They had like every other seats, and they had to sell the sandwiches, and it was just so corny, and everyone had masks on. It was lame.
Yep. Well, I lived downtown at that time too.
Oh,
so like I lived right across the street from D Park.
Yeah.
So I was like, I can't remember the actual, like, it's not the Elora, because I lived in the Elora, and then whichever one it is right across the street. I can't think of the name of it for some reason, but that's where I was living.
In those little townhomes?
No, it was the apartments were right across the street from Denver Skate Park.
Okay.
So I lived there, but like, dude, I would wake up every day and like look across the street, and motherfuckers are skating, and then motherfuckers are drinking in the park. You couldn't hang out in the bar, but like you could buy a drink at the bar and take your drink from the bar into the streets. So it's just like everybody's just partying every fucking day.
Yeah.
It's just what it was, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a bittersweet time for sure. Mm-hmm. As a business person. Mm-hmm. But yeah, so keep going about your tattoo shop.
Up into where I'm at now.
No, so you're going through the pandemic. It was kind of doing good, and then what happened after that?
Oh yeah, so okay, so the pandemic happened, yada, and then inflation started hitting. My shop was doing really good for a long time, and then the inflation started to take fold, and a lot of my employees weren't really making a lot of money, and they started to place blame on me and all these other things. And like I tried to explain to them, I was like, yo, I'm doing what I can. I was paying like $2,500 a month on marketing alone, but people weren't spending money.
What kind of avenues were you using for marketing, spending that much money?
So I was going through a certain company. I don't need to bring them up because I don't work with them anymore. Mm-hmm. We kind of had a falling out when I decided to like cut them off. But I had a guy that managed my social media, my Instagrams, or my social media and my website, and any type of Google ads or anything like that. He did all my marketing, and even down to like the Yelp and the reviews and yada yada yada. When things were great, we stayed super busy. But I don't know, dude. Everything just kind of fell off, and once that happened, I was paying out the money, but nobody was coming through. So everybody at the shop started thinking it was me, and like I was going through my own like mental shit too, because like I was watching the numbers go down. I was watching everything kind of collapse, and I didn't know what was going on. And I think everybody was feeling the same with COVID, and so they started placing blame on me in a lot of ways, So
that's, for me, that seems like crazy, knowing that COVID was lasting like 2 years and it was just chaotic, and I don't know, for them to just like put sole blame on you during a disaster is kind of crazy.
Well, in hindsight, like now, at first I thought the same, but like where I'm at now, like now looking back at it, like they were just as stressed out as I was, So they're paying me booth rent, they're paying me a percentage of whatever it was, and yet they're not making any money. So like they're working their asses off just to pay me. Mm-hmm. So like I'm kind of in that standpoint right now where I'm at, trying to rebuild. I'm at a new shop where, I got to pay this certain booth rent, but like I'm not necessarily as busy as I need to be to like feel financially safe or like, comfortable. So like I'm paying them and then I got a little bit of pocket change. So now like I understand what they were feeling, but like I was definitely doing what I had to do for my business. It just the circumstances were what they were. Like I couldn't change that. And it didn't help also that like when that was going on, I was going through my own mental issues as well, like anxiety and all this other crap that was going on that was just kind of surfacing and going through this new world of craziness with COVID and all this. Like, so like them viewing me, I'm like out at the bar fucking partying and trying to medicate, and yet they're at the shop working, and I'm just doing my own shit. So of course, I don't blame them. They fucking, viewed me how they viewed me. So yeah.
And so then after that, how long did that period go where there was like that tension?
So the tension was at least for a few years, and up to about maybe a year and a half ago, maybe 2 years ago, that's when it finally, the bubble burst. And I had 13 artists at the time that worked for me, and seven of them randomly all quit on the same day.
Huh.
And so
Probably not random.
it wasn't random. They had it planned, but it definitely took me by surprise. Like
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know it was going to go down. Um, I had one employee that came up to me and said, "Hey, so and so and myself are leaving," and then I showed up to the shop, and like I was cool with it. Like I don't care. Like I want everybody to be successful. Like you want to be a business owner or whatever, fucking go get it. Like like I did the same thing. Like that's props to you. Um, but the way it went about it was kind of fucked up. So like the few that were talking to me about doing this, I show up to the shop, and all of a sudden everybody's being real weird, and I was like, what the fuck's going on? Like, who else is going with you? She's like, I don't know. You need to talk to them. So I talked to a few of them, and then come to find out, seven of them were leaving, and so overnight, half of my employees were gone, and it is what it is. But that really hurt me financially because my overhead for my shop was fucking so high in Old Town Arcata.
Yeah, crazy.
Yeah, like
It was right on Old Wadsworth, right?
yeah, it's right on Old Wads and Ralston. Um, but dude, just my rent alone was 10,000 a month.
Yeah, that's insane.
Like so, like, and the people that left were my booth rental guys, and so that's like guaranteed money.
Mm-hmm.
My percentage guys, like, they can take a whole week off and not make any money. I don't make no money off of it.
Yeah.
So when they were gone, like that really fucking fucked up a lot of things.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's crazy. Commercial rent it's impossible, dude. There's so many vacancies, and the prices that people are charging for rent is crazy. Like the demand is not meeting what the supply is. There's vacancies everywhere,
yeah,
and yeah, commercial real estate agent or commercial real estate holders or uh, investors, pretty scummy, dude, in my
yeah,
opinion.
yeah. Well, I'm sure because you're doing this. You got your sushi joint coming. You got
Yeah,
all that stuff. So you're feeling it. I'm sure.
definitely.
Yeah, yeah. And like being a first time business owner too, that shit was kind of crazy because in the beginning, like, yo, I was rocking it, man. I've been tattooing for now 18 years, but when I opened that tattoo studio, I was like, roughly 12 years in. I fucking worked my ass off, bro. Like I went from like fucking eating top ramen every single day and grind just to fucking do a good tattoo. It wasn't even about the money at that time. It was just about doing a good tattoo. And then I finally got to that point. Everything was fucking taking off, bro. It was like, dude, it was like a rocket ship. And then COVID hit and it just like fucked me. And then like it was a ripple effect. And then it started to point towards me. And like, I don't know, is what it is. But after those dudes left, everything kind of trickled down, and the atmosphere of the shop kind of died down, and nobody was really stoked to come to work. And then I lost a few other guys. I tried hiring some people, and I couldn't get anybody in, and then I tried selling it. Selling it didn't work. And quick short story on how it ended, because I don't want to bring up names or anything because I'm past it now. But two people that were employed by me and one that was a really close friend ended up kind of swooping my shop out from under my feet.
How did they do that?
Well, I was reaching out to the landlord, trying to figure out what the hell to do.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't sell it. I couldn't hire nobody. I was falling into debt. All the savings that I had now went towards that. I broke the my apartment lease. I broke that. I moved into my Jeep to try to save my business. I took all these extra steps to try to get people in, and I just couldn't fucking figure it out. So I was reaching out to the landlord, and I was like, dude, can you tell me what's up? Can we lower the rent? Do I need to break the lease? Where do we go from here?
Right.
And the dude wouldn't reply to me, dude. It was months, dude.
That's crazy.
Months. Yeah. And then all of a sudden I start falling into debt.
Right.
I'm in debt now. And so I emailed him. I was like, hey, so I clearly can't afford the business anymore. I'm falling into debt. So I'm going to move my stuff out slowly and reach out to me when you're ready to, communicate with me. Yeah. What the fuck, dude? And so I did that. But the moment I moved my shit out, I was out for a week. I started working downtown again at my old Basta shop, Old Lammer Street Tattoo. Check them out. They're fucking sick. I was there for a while, or about a few weeks, and then I get a phone call from the landlord, and he's like, yo, and I answer. I was like, hey, I've been trying to talk to you. He's like, hey, what's this fucking conversation about you wanting to burn down the shop? I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? Why would I ever say that? Why would I want to burn down a fucking business? It's retarded. He's like, oh, the people that own the business now. I was like, who the fuck owns my shop? What are you talking about? This is the first time I heard this.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, your employees, the people that used to work for you. So what ended up happening is the two guys that worked for me at one point in time, one that was a really close friend, were in cahoots with the landlord, and they were talking. And so since I sent an email to the landlord saying I was going to move out my stuff at a certain date, that breached my contract to what we had for my lease agreement. So he basically signed over the remainder of my lease to them. And they did the same shit that the other guys did. And they had employees ready and lined up. And this is just my understanding. I don't know how they're running their business, but I think they're all just sharing the bills.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah.
And so it's still there?
It's still there. It's called something different now.
Yeah.
I don't need to talk about it because fuck them, but just kidding. But, yeah, so that's how that went. And then I fucking dipped the hell out to fucking San Diego.
Yo, what's up? Dave Davis says, what's up?
Dave Davis? Yo, what up, brother? Fucking legend right there.
Indeed. Thanks for showing up, David.
Yeah. Then I dipped out to San Diego.
Okay, what are you doing out there?
So, after losing everything, bro, I was like, all right, I don't got anything out here anymore. I lost my business, lost my apartment. I had no girlfriend or anything at the time, so I've always wanted to do the California skateboard life, bro. I wanted to surf and skate and tattoo, and I fucking hopped in my Jeep. I had an air mattress built in the back. And
well, so sorry to go back a little before you go forward.
Yeah.
So when those guys took over your lease, did that absolve you from your obligations to it? So they kind of bailed you out because if you would have stayed on there, then they would have just bailed.
Yeah.
Then commercial leases, they are going to charge you for the term of the lease, whether you're in there or not.
Yeah.
So that's why I always say that they're disincentivized to have a successful business because it's less liability to collect from somebody who's obligated to pay for the rent while they're not even occupying the space than it is for them to be in there and have them wearing and tearing on their building. So they're like have this like perverse incentive to not necessarily sabotage their tenants, but they have no incentive to actually make sure or try to help their tenant succeed. So that's actually great. I was wondering about that because that's the scariest part of a commercial lease is like, oh, if this doesn't go good, I'm on the hook for $140,000 or $200,000 or something like that if it doesn't work out. And so they, in a way, maybe it worked out all right. It's not optimal, but it could have been a lot worse.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So like now I'm grateful for that because I see it for that.
Yeah.
But like I think the problem was when it all went down was my ego.
Right.
I was like, these motherfuckers are my friends. Mm-hmm. They fucked me over, yada, yada, yada. And like, dude, my whole life went from like, bro, I had a penthouse downtown. Yeah. I had a fucking 2019 Jeep, a 2018 fucking Harley. Like, I was living the live life, the lime life, and fucking at the bars or whatever, fucking strip clubs, whatever. I was spending money like it was stupid. Like, I fucked up on that point. But like having that and then all of a sudden everything flips and all of a sudden I'm like fucking on my ass.
Yeah.
And like that was just the beginning. It gets worse, bro. It just keeps going. Like, but yeah, I'm grateful for all that. But yeah, then I ended up driving to fucking San Diego. I had $1,000 in my fucking name, bro. After like trying to save my business, spent all my savings.
That's still, dude.
Yeah,
you gotta know that that's actually very good. Like,
yeah,
super
dude,
good.
Yeah, I got lucky.
Super
I got hella
good.
Lucky.
Super good.
Hella lucky.
So good.
Yeah, dude.
Okay, so you got $1,000 and you split out to San Diego.
Yeah, I dipped the fuck out, bro, and I threw my bicycle on the top and fucking got the airbag or the air mattress in the back, and I just fucking took off, man. And I was driving out there, and $1,000 fucking dollars, not knowing the fuck I'm doing. And I reach Utah, right? Mm-hmm. I get out to Utah, and my fucking Jeep is acting hella weird.
No.
And I don't know, like, what the fuck is causing it, but, like, my gas is just fucking plummeting.
Uh-huh.
And, like, all of a sudden I come to, like, a fucking stop because my fucking engine's acting all weird. And I fucking get out of the car, and I'm fucking freaking out, and I'm screaming at the world, like, what the fuck? And like, like, I ended up calling my dad, and I'm, like, Googling shit, and I guess there's, like, a thing where, like, elevation changes something with gas, and I don't know. Like, it was just something of that matter. And I ended up deciding to start it up and fucking keep going. It ended up working out. But, I get past all that and I get into San Diego and I fucking was just chilling out there, man, for like the first like week. At that time
You didn't know anybody out there?
Not a single soul. I just went out there and I was just kind of like more so like soul searching, man. Like I've been like kind of fucked over by a lot of people and relationships and friendships, and like that was my shop and everything that happened was kind of like the icing on the cake. And I don't know what the fuck I was actually doing.
And this was a year and a half ago, you said?
Yeah, going on almost 2 years.
Okay, keep going. Sorry.
Yeah, when I was out there, I don't know what the fuck I was doing, man. I was just trying to find peace. Mm-hmm. That's what it was. And I got it down to like my last like $300, and after I was already out there for like a week, I started shopping around for like shops to work at, and I ended up hooking up with these guys in Ocean Beach. I started working at their shop, which was super cool, man. Like, I was literally like on the fucking beach. So like I would go there, I would tattoo, and then I would leave and I would hit the beach and chill out.
You're just doing like flashes, or people are coming in and stuff? Or?
Yeah, it was just like walking stuff. Uh-huh. Nothing too crazy, like they're in a certain area where it was like a lot of tourists.
Okay.
So it was just like small stuff.
Small pieces.
Yeah. And that's the reason why I ended up leaving there, because I wasn't making enough money.
Mm-hmm. And you're just still crashing in your car the whole time?
Oh, yeah, the whole time. Yeah,
That's a good place to be. Yeah. Crashing in your car.
Well, what's cool, too, is like San Diego, it's legal to live out of your car.
Uh-huh.
So I had no problems as long as I was in like a designated like camping zone.
Mhm.
I was cool. And once I started making money again, I got like a Planet Fitness
Oh, that's
membership.
huge. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'd shower, work out, do
Mhm.
all that. Because prior to that, I was showering at the beach, and that water's cold as fuck.
Yeah, and smelly.
Yeah, it's terrible. But yeah, so I was there for a little while, and then I just wasn't making enough money. Like it just wasn't working for me, and so I ended up reaching out to a few other shops, and I ended up getting hired in La Jolla at a really badass shop. I was like charging like 200 an hour over there. It was fucking sick. And one of my buddies, Pedro, that works there still to this day. Like he was a skater and a graffiti writer, so like we instantly like hit it off. And he was friends with Bob Burnquist and shit, bro.
Mhm.
So I got to go to Bob's house
Wow.
out in San Diego, bro. So I got to see his fucking mega ramp, his half pipe, like all that shit. Dude, have you ever been there?
To Bob Burnquist's house?
Yes.
No,
It's
I haven't been to Bob Burnquist's house.
It's so gnarly, dude. It's the craziest shit, bro. Like, you think we've like the mega ramp that we used to have at X Games here,
Yeah.
or what was it called? X Games.
Yeah. At the
Woodward.
mall. At the mall.
At the mall, Mills Mall.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, add on 6 more feet.
Scary, bro.
It's fucked. Yeah. And he has like a half pipe that's all concrete. That is that
That's
big.
silly.
Yeah. Yeah, dude.
So I think that those like big concrete pipes. I think like back in Brazil, I remember seeing footage of him skating like huge like concrete like half pipes. Like, dude, that's
Yeah.
so scary.
What's that famous video of him? Is it Dream something or what was it?
Which era?
It's like most recent one, but it's all at his place.
Oh, I don't know. I haven't seen any. I hardly ever consume like contemporary skateboard.
Well, if you
media.
ever look up Bob Burnquist, I'm sure it'll pop up. It's like one of his most famous ones. Like, bro, to see those obstacles in person and to think about what the fuck he did is fucking insane. Like, it's fucked.
No,
Like,
he's a maniac.
yeah.
So what? So you meet Bob Burnquist then?
I didn't get to meet him. No, he was
Just
in town.
partying, or
Yeah,
no?
no,
You just had a key to his house, or
yeah. So my buddy Pedro, like, he used to live at Bob's house.
is he like a Brazilian dude too?
Yeah, he's
Or-
a Brazilian.
Oh, I was gonna
Yeah,
say
yeah.
that has to be it.
Yeah, he's Brazilian. So like, we can just go there when we want, pretty much, you know. But and I met him, or I didn't meet him. I met fucking what's his name? He skates for Monster, I want to say. It's like this little 21-year-old kid. He's a fucking ripper. I don't know. It'll come to me later, but he's another Brazilian kid, and he's like skating all these big contests, and I got to watch him skate that fucking half pipe. He's doing like gnarliest shit. Like when you see that stuff in person, it's fucked up.
Yeah.
It's hella fucked up. But I don't know. That was a short-lived experience, though. I wish I was still there, like, you know, meeting people and living that life. But what ended up happening, I was working at that shop for like maybe like 2 months, and I booked a flight to come back to Colorado to work on some clientele.
Mhm.
And the day that I was supposed to fly back, some lady fucking drove into my Jeep and totaled it while I was working. Yeah, so I was working all day. I made a healthy paycheck. And I was leaving. I was trying to, I left and I was looking for my Jeep. And I was like, what is it? It was like all over the place trying to find it. And I was like, no, I could have sworn I parked here. And so I ended up calling like the San Diego police and like, oh, it's over here in the impound, yada yada. And that's how I found out. So I ended up having to pay a bunch of money for a lift, a bunch of money to get out of the impound. Find out fucking frames cracked and got totaled. And I flew back to Denver, and I've been here since. I ended up getting stuck with a hefty bill for my Jeep. Like, they didn't cover the whole damage, which is bullshit. Yeah, so that happened.
And then you just been back since.
Been back since, and more fucking dumb shit happened.
Let's hear it, bro.
Yeah, so I don't know, man. So that happened. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, I lost my apartment, lost my business. Now I lost my Jeep, and I lost San Diego. Now what? So I'm back at my mom's house, sleeping on the couch, and I started working for my old boss again, which was cool. Like, solid dude. That's old Larimer Street. Joe Miller, he's a fucking badass. Love that guy. But it just didn't feel right. Like I think I was like, pretty depressed and stuff like that. And there was something about like working so hard and having the business and having all these things, and then going back to working to my boss or working for my boss again.
Yeah.
It just didn't sit right. I started drinking more and fucking like getting really like, I don't know, like down on myself and hating on people, and I just didn't like it. And I ended up getting my own private studio at the Mills Mall,
Mm.
and so that was cool for a while. It was what I needed. I needed like a mental break and reset from everybody. Um, and
Did you have to build that out, or was it already
so
turnkey? Or
it was basically like a turnkey for the most part.
uh,
The only difference was like a regular sink versus like a fucking shampoo sink.
Mhm.
That's the only thing. So yeah, basically a turnkey. It was cool, man. Like I enjoyed it. Like it it was good and bad because it allowed me to isolate too much to where like I was getting too comfortable of not being around people. And like
you just said it was tiny, just one booth.
yeah, it was a small little booth. Yeah. But I ended up meeting this girl during that time frame, and going through everything I was going through, I was like, man, maybe like this is what I need. Maybe I need to settle down. Kind of that lustful whatever I was searching for, and that ended up not working out, and I ended up catching a DUI. Like I fell into even deeper depression.
What was that at?
It was so actually prior to that, I got an assault charge actually previous before that, like 2 weeks before that, I was at a concert. Um, I was supposed to meet up with my buddy. My buddy didn't show up right away, and then he showed up like an hour and a half later, and I was all mad about that. We get in an argument, whatever. I get in a scuffle with some random guy, I get arrested, yada yada, yada, get a fucking assault charge, and then like 2 weeks later, then I get my DUI. So it was like,
So you had two pending cases at the same time?
yeah,
Dude, that's such a bad feeling.
yeah, dude. Well, and like the stupid thing is it was literally just like a ripple effect of so many events that happened in such a short period of time. Like I was getting so fucking pissed off and like so like I was over people. I was over fucking life. I was over this and that. Yeah, but when I caught the DUI though, like I ended up having to go to jail, and that was probably like the biggest blessing of my fucking life. To be
How
honest.
long did you have to go for?
So I did 90 days.
Okay, that's a while.
Yeah, in Adams County.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, that was interesting for sure. It made me face a lot of like personal issues that I've been kind of, I guess, shoving off to the side.
Mhm.
Yeah, bro, that was wild.
Yeah, and then so that's all squashed then, or you have?
So I'm still on probation.
Okay.
Yeah, I got like 2 more years.
What
Probation.
are terms? Probation terms?
So I gotta do UAs and all that. I gotta do like a bunch of like therapy classes, alcohol classes.
Do you have like restitution? Did you like fuck that guy up?
Yeah, dude. That one.
Uh-huh.
Oh, that's just done. That's squashed.
That's squashed. Okay.
Yeah. That's already paid for. Done.
Okay, cool. That's good.
Yeah, that was a quick thing. I had to do like 60 hours of community service for that.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah, that's about it. Yeah.
Okay. You didn't go to jail for the assault charge. You went just for the DUI charge.
I did overnight.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I did it overnight for that.
Was that the first time you went to jail?
No.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, but like prior to this, it was only like a couple days, at a time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then so you just got UAs and then classes right now.
Yeah.
And then you 2 years of like don't fuck up or you're going back to jail kind of shit.
Yeah, pretty much. So the judge was like, with this one, because unfortunately this one's my third DUI, and the judge was like, if you get one hot UA, they're gonna report to me, and you're going to be standing in front of me again, and you could be facing 560 days.
Jeez,
Yeah, so
that's not chill.
not chill, not chill.
And then so that what, and that brings us kind of like to not quite to today, basically, or is that
What's that?
I said that brings us to today, or there's stuff that still happened after that, or
So yeah, no, that's the present now.
yeah,
Yeah, like after jail, I got out. I did my 90 days, and
that was like this summer, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And then I did like a few more months at the Mills Mall in my private studio, and then I ended up deciding to head back downtown to just get around more people.
Mhm.
I was isolating too much, and I was noticing it was kind of affecting me a little bit.
Mhm.
So I fucking dipped out on that.
Oh, they didn't take your license when you got your DUI though.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Oh, they
Yeah, I
did.
don't have no driver's license.
Oh,
Yeah. I didn't drive.
okay.
Hey, bro, you got to get
No one's
around,
gonna
though.
know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, you got to get around.
I
So
know.
it is what it is. You know?
Yes, we know about the licenses.
Yeah. I actually told my probation officer, I was like, she was like, "What are you doing for Thanksgiving?" I was like, "Oh well, I got roped into driving my grandma's and my uncle's." She's like, "You driving?" I was like, "Oh fuck."
Oh
I
no.
was like, "I shouldn't have said that." She's like, "You didn't say anything." I'm like, cool. Hell yeah.
And so then, so we could kind of go. We're kind of already to now then, basically, right?
Yeah.
So, like, where were you born?
I was born in Arvada,
What, you born in Arvada? Like,
or my mom calls it A-Town.
okay, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Like, so born and raised the whole time, just Arvada boy, huh?
Yep. Yep.
That's cool. What about your parents? Where are they from?
My dad's from Arizona. My mom's from Arvada.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And her parents?
From here too.
Really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. So they're like celery farmers back in the day, or what?
Fuck, I don't know what my grandparents did. To be honest, I know my grandpa was a locksmith,
Okay.
and then actually my grandma she worked for Jeffco Schools actually.
Okay.
Yeah. But prior to that, I don't know.
Okay. Right on. That's cool. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's deep, deep Arvada,
Yeah.
Arvada people, man.
Yeah, they were in Arvada when the roads were dirt.
Yeah, it wasn't that long ago that
Yeah.
a lot of them were like that. When we moved here, I remember because we moved from Denver in '92 to Arvada, and I'm like, dude, I never seen so much dirt. And like,
Yeah.
you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
It just was a dirty, dusty place when I moved here.
See, for me, I didn't really remember it too much like that. Like there's definitely been a lot of development in buildings and stuff, but
Mhm.
like my grandma has photos in her photo album. It's like what the fuck? Like through Old Town Arvada, like it was like a dirt road, and like Wadsworth was the main road that just ran through everything.
Mhm.
It's kind of cool to fucking check out.
And you have siblings?
I got 3 sisters.
Okay.
Yeah.
How old are they?
The oldest is what am I? Fucking 36. The oldest is 38, and then
What's her name?
that's Sarah.
Sarah. And she went to Arvada too.
Arvada. Yeah,
She went. She's my sister's. My sister probably knows her.
probably.
They're the
Yeah.
same age. And you went to Arvada Middle,
Yeah, Arvada Mill.
and
Yeah,
then you
yeah.
went to what? Peck,
No, I went to Russell.
Russell
Oh, you mean the middle school?
Elementary.
Or yeah,
Russell.
Russell. Yeah, Russell.
Okay.
Yeah.
Russell, that's the one on like 55th and Wadsworth? No.
Yeah, yeah.
It's back behind the Conoco
Yeah,
or the 7-Eleven.
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah.
Or no. It's by Sam's Club. You know what Sam's Club is?
Yeah,
Like
yeah. Oh, okay.
52nd
Okay.
and Wadsworth.
52nd Wadsworth. Yeah, it turned into like a
It was like a K through 8 for me.
yeah, it turned into
Or
like
preschool or
a
something.
preschool, yeah, or like one of those charter schools or something.
Mhm. Yeah.
Okay. All right. All right.
Yeah. And I got two younger, Deanna and Nicole. Deanna's 28, and then Nicole is 27.
And they're still in town too, or they?
Yeah.
Yeah. What do they do?
Deanna is in an urgent care. That's what she does for a living. And then my youngest sister does detailing.
Okay,
Yeah.
like car detailing.
Yeah.
Okay. Right on. And then, so you're the middle.
Yeah.
You're the middle one.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
The high end.
High end, middle.
Second baby.
Mhm.
Yeah. Middle child's fun.
Mhm.
And then so, what were you doing like elementary school age? Like what were you big into?
At that time, I was kind of dabbling a little bit with skateboarding, but not too much. I don't know, we played a lot of like rugby and like, did you guys ever like, this is kind of weird, but like me and my buddy Chris would like go to the playground and like jump off it and slide down rails. Did you ever do that? I don't know if it's like, there's a name for it.
Parkour.
It was like parkour, like
Yeah,
straight up.
we definitely used to do that.
Yeah, and like doing flips off the fucking swings and shit.
Yeah,
and
just doing like jumping gaps and like
Yeah.
just finding weird gaps at the playground and like
exactly.
yeah,
Yeah.
we used to do that all the time. That was like the funnest thing to do.
So I guess in elementary, that's, I don't know what my main focus was. I guess until I got into like wrestling. I got into wrestling pretty early.
Like pro wrestling or amateur wrestling?
Like actual like legitimate wrestling.
Oh, amateur wrestling.
Yeah. So I got into that at like third grade.
Okay.
I did that till about junior year.
How did you get exposed to that? Like being around girls, growing up. Your dad did that, or
It was my
cousins or
stepdad.
stuff?
Yeah, it was my stepdad. That was something that he was into at one point in time, and I just got into it. And I, grew a liking to it. I thought it was fucking cool.
Uh-huh.
And
Did you ever get any good at it?
I got really fucking good.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you win any like
I
trophies?
got a ton of medals, awards, trophies. I got all that shit. I was a varsity wrestler. I was
At Arvada?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
What year did you graduate? 2008. Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, because
08.
I graduated right when you were a freshman. Were you in 04? You were a freshman then? Or,
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're well. Maybe we're in this. If you were in 04.
I graduated at Stanley though. I didn't graduate at Arvada.
Oh well, if you were a freshman at Arvada, at 04, I would have been a senior, and I don't think I definitely don't know any freshmen. Knew any freshmen back then, but so you're varsity, and then did you like go to state or?
Yeah. Freshman year, I was a varsity wrestler. I was
Freshman year, varsity.
Yeah.
And then what weight class were
I was
you?
103s, bro. But I was varsity for 103s. I weighed 130.
What?
So I would drop all that weight every single week to make 103s.
How did you do that?
Fucking dehydration, bro.
Just a sauna with the saran wrap and
Well, I had like it was like a rubber suit almost that I would put on, and I'd go to the sauna and I'd jump rope and I'd do all that.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I would even go to practice and wrestle with that shit on just to make weight. And like my stepdad had me on this fucked up strict routine, like meal routine, where like every day I was only allowed 1 can of tuna with no salt, no nothing on it. You just drain it; it's just raw. And I would eat that, and then I'd have 1 bottle of water. That was my meal for the day.
For the day.
And like
And that was just to make weight.
Yeah. So by the time weigh-ins would hit, after I did weigh-ins, if I made weight, then we'd go to fucking some, I don't know, place to eat, and you'd just fucking buy all this shit. And I'd eat so much to the point where I'd fucking throw up because my stomach
you're so small.
Yeah, dude, it was fucked up. It's not healthy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy. And how was the best you ever did, like state?
So the unfortunate thing, prior to state, freshman year, I was fucking killing it. I was 3rd in the nation. I've taken multiple regionals. I don't even know how many first places, but state, at that point in time, I was first in my division. I smoked all of my division.
Mm-hmm.
I only lost 1 match to some kid from Ponderosa. Or no. Is that the one that's up the street from Arvada? We got Arvada High School. Pomona. So Pomona, I lost to 1 kid, and I shouldn't have lost him. It's my fault. I was whatever. But yeah, so when I got to state, they linked me up. They matched me up with the number 1 seed, Jeff Ming. This motherfucker was a badass, and he fucking smoked me.
Yeah.
And he was a senior. I was and from Arvada too. When I went to varsity, I was the only freshman that made it to varsity from Arvada, outside of all the other seniors and juniors. But
so all the okay. So like, who are the senior varsity wrestlers that I remember? Little Travis. I used to call him the human muscle because he was like a little tiny.
He was a little
tiny
dude.
little dude. He was just Travis and Nick Bushman. You were into school.
Nick Bushman was he graduated before me.
Okay, so then
like,
we weren't.
Nick Bushman was your class, and then I became a freshman, and then he already graduated.
Okay, yeah, I wouldn't know any of the wrestlers that you wrestled with because I was
Yeah.
in Nick Bushman's class.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
he was a cool ass dude.
he's still a cool dude.
Yeah.
I've ran into him maybe a couple of times
Yeah.
since we graduated. I think at the sushi spot I ran into him a couple of times. Then I saw him I think last year at my friend's sign shop, and yeah, I don't know if he recognized me, but it's
Yeah,
whatever.
he's still around here, huh?
Yeah,
That's
he's
cool.
still around town. Yeah, and then so you went to like, did you ever go to nationals then, or
I did so nationals isn't a high school thing.
no? You don't.
Yeah,
That's just
that's
college.
all like junior. So like I've been to multiple nationals.
Uh-huh.
I've placed third, fourth. Never took second or first, but third, fourth, and fifth I've done multiple times, which in my opinion, is fucking amazing because those wrestling tournaments are a 3-day tournament.
Mhm.
So like it's a knockoff bracket. So
Mhm.
if you lose 2 in a row, you're out. So if you make it to the third fucking day,
Yeah.
you fucking killed it.
Yeah,
'Cause
that's
it's like
crazy.
100 dudes in one fucking bracket.
Yeah, and then if they're
Yeah.
traveling to a national competition, then they're obviously not the crappiest dudes.
Yeah, yeah.
Right? Aren't just
Dude, the
gonna take the time
toughest
to do
dudes were like from New Mexico and like Ohio.
that.
I don't know what it was. Those motherfuckers, like Max Ortega, he was one dude that I just couldn't fucking beat. He was just a little brick shit house. Or this dude, Tyler Graff from Loveland, he was from here. That dude, he ended up going to the Olympics.
Oh, really?
I wrestled him one time, bro, and
He twist you up,
dude, he smoked me
Uh-huh.
in like 20 20 because
Yeah.
he was just so fucking strong. Like, they blew the whistle, we shot in, and I shot in at the same time, and he fucking just bear hugged me, collapsed me straight to my back, and pinned me. Like, it was fucked up. Like, that dude was gnarly.
Yeah. So I don't know I know a lot about pro wrestling, but I don't know anything about amateur wrestling. Like, I never really talked to like any wrestlers about wrestling, but what's like is it like a stamina thing, or is it just like you need strength and
It's everything,
agility, flexibility, like you need it all, or what?
It's everything, dude.
Yeah.
Like, if there wasn't for wrestling, I don't think I would have accomplished half the things that I've done. Because it's like discipline, it's fucking like flexibility, like you were saying, fucking pure strength, fucking cardio, fucking the mental battle. Like, it's just like, even like not eating. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you're dealing with like starving yourself, but yet you have to still go to fucking work
Right.
and fucking work through it. Like, 90 fucking percent of people that get into wrestling fucking quit because they can't fucking handle it.
Yeah, it's
Like,
hard.
it's the conditioning is so fucking intense.
Mhm.
Like, it's, in my opinion, I think it's the hardest fucking sport outside of skateboarding. Because skateboarding is a whole nother realm, you know.
Yeah. And so you started. You said you were talking elementary school. You started in third grade. You said
Second grade. Yeah.
Okay, so like
Yeah.
you're super into that, and then that's like your main thing for when you're that age, or
For the most part, I was trying to get into skateboarding during my elementary, but
and then that was what year, like 97,
fucking, I don't
98,
know. I can't do math right now.
late 90s.
I was born in '89, so
10 years old.
yeah, around there.
98, 99. Okay.
Yeah.
So what was? How did you even know about a skateboard back then?
My cousin JD.
Okay.
Yeah. So
What's his deal?
he's just like a fucking mountain dude, like hippie dude. He's cool as hell. He was always like the guy at Christmas and all that shit. Everybody just fucking loved him. I thought he was cool as hell.
How old is he?
How old is he now? I'm 36, so he has to be 38 or 39 or something.
Oh, he's only a couple years older than you.
Yeah,
Okay.
something like that. Maybe he might be almost 40. But one Christmas we were having, or it was a Thanksgiving. I think it was Thanksgiving. He was out on a skateboard and he did a kickflip over a manhole. And that was it.
Yeah.
That's all I needed to see.
Yeah.
Like, that was so fucking cool to me.
Yeah.
And then my grandma, she had these like steps out front of her house, and he would like, there was just a one stair, you know.
Right.
But he would do like a kick flip and then like a back 180. I was like, dude, this is fucking gnarly. Like,
Yeah.
that was so sick. And that's what hooked me.
Uh-huh.
And I tried, like, after that, that's all I wanted. I just wanted to skate. Like, I think my first skateboard was like an ATM board.
Mhm.
Did you ever hear of
Oh,
those? Yeah. It was kind of
Where'd it come from?
I don't know. It fucking broke quick. It was blue. And I fucking broke it, like, on, like, a small-ass drop.
You had to complete though, like Where did you don't know? Where
Yeah,
that, you don't know.
they bought me a complete.
Oh, they bought you a complete.
Yeah, I don't
Your
remember the
parents did?
trucks. I don't remember the wheels or anything.
What
I
was-
just remember it was 18.
What was the
They had-
occasion?
Yeah, I think it was Christmas.
Oh,
that I got it
Christmas
for.
complete?
Yeah,
Let's
yeah,
go.
yeah. And yeah, I just spent a lot of time at Anderson Skate Park.
Not Arvada.
No, I would go there later on, but at the time, I lived down the like. I grew up on like 49th and Garrison, so like.
Oh, you're
Anderson-
dude. That's right there.
Yeah, yeah. So like Anderson was the closest one, and so I always ended up there. And then once I got into high school, I started going to Arvada Skate Park,
Okay.
the old blue park.
Anderson is so much better than
I
Arvada.
agree. But the good skaters always went to Arvada,
Mm.
and they never went to Anderson. So it was kind of a weird dynamic.
Yeah, I think at that time, I think that changed, but before it was the opposite.
Yeah.
Because all the good skaters were in Wheat Ridge.
Yeah.
Because that was where Levi and Nathan,
All those
all those dudes that were like a little bit older than me, they were all Wheat Ridge kids. Because Arvada kids were terrible at skateboarding, actually. There was only Paul and Joe Ramirez were the only ones.
Joe Ramirez. Holy shit.
Yeah, they were the only ones that were at Arvada that were. Oh, Matt Dent was there too.
What about Dan Murphy? Remember that name?
Dan Murphy. Dan Murphy, yeah, I do know that name.
Unfortunately,
Do you know Kobe Wynn and Dan Murphy? They used to be real friends back in the day.
that doesn't sound familiar to me.
But Dan Murphy, we would skate at Seacrest and we would set up.
Are we talking about the same Dan Murphy though? Because I think there's two Dan Murphys. There was one on 303. Am I saying that right, or am I wrong?
I think you're thinking about Josh Murphy.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, yeah.
Josh Murphy used to skate for 303.
Got you. Okay.
And then
Okay.
Dan Murphy is a little blonde-haired kid.
was really fucking good.
Yeah, because when we
Yeah.
but when we were in high school, we set up we would go to Seacrest and set up our boxes and rails and just skate flat ground and
Yeah.
all the time after school. And then little Dan Murphy and little Kobe Wynn, they were skating by and I'm like, oh, you guys come skate with us. They're little tiny kids.
Yeah.
And like, oh, come skate with us. And they're both terrible. They could barely ollie or do any grinds or anything like that. But it just turned into a thing where we would skate there and then they'd come and skate with us when they were real tiny kids.
Yeah.
And then Dan Murphy, later on, this had to have been, 2007 or 2000. I think it was like 2007, 2008, right when Community was in Old Town. You remember?
Yeah. I used to skate for them. I got a story with that.
So I had an idea. I wanted to start this skate company, and so like I found this company on the internet that would make custom boards or whatever, and they were just garbage. But it was like Mile High skateboards, and it had like the Miller High Life logo on it.
Mm-hmm.
It said like Mile High Life on it, and so I'm like, I saw Dan one time, and he was killing. I'm like, hey bro, like, do you want to skate these boards? Like I got some, I want some people to ride them. So I gave him one, and I guess he went to this competition at Denver Park and just like slayed it on that board. And yeah, that's a Dan Murphy story.
The unfortunate thing with that guy was so fucking good. He had the best style, everything, bro. But like, it was his upbringing, man. Like I don't want to talk too much because it's not my place to say, but like he just fell into the wrong places.
Yeah.
So it's unfortunate.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
Can I piss real quick?
Yeah, we'll take a break.
We'll take a quick break. All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab a coffee. All right, so what's up? You skated for Community? What was that story?
Yeah, so that was probably that was my first sponsor. That was my first skate sponsor.
Mhm.
So that's when they had their shop in Old Town Arvada. Do you remember that location? It was like right next to
Wait, the community shop?
yeah,
of course.
yeah, right next to the movie theater right there.
Right.
Well, I lived in the apartments that was in that same community, and then I worked at Discount Tire across the street. I was there for like 2 years. And
Like
I had
by IHOP.
yeah. And I had a girlfriend at the time that lived with me.
Dude, Discount Tire. Let's just give a shout out to Discount Tire, bro. Those guys hook it up, dude.
That place, bro, like, I thought that's where I was going to be. This is all, like, right before I became a tattooer. So, like, I thought, I was, like, hustling and bustling Discount Tire, bro. Like, I was the fastest fucking tech. I was doing 4 brand new tires in under like fucking 7 minutes,
Uh-huh.
dude. I was getting it, and I was trying to fucking move up into management, yada yada. It didn't work out. Anyways, I was working that job, had my apartment across the street. My girlfriend was living there at the time, and she didn't work, so I paid all the bills. And I skated for community. I finally got onto a skate shop. I was stoked. I was like fully committed to
Who was all on that team?
So we had Andrew Deutsch, we had Schwagbag, we had Kyle, we had Tud, and I feel like I'm missing somebody else. John Herrera might have been on it at that time.
Okay, I think that makes sense.
Maybe Valen, but maybe they were right after me. I don't know. But I was on there for a short period of time because fucked up shit happened to where like I didn't really get to know the whole team. So what ended up happening is one day I get off of work, I go over to community skate shop, and Paris, we all know Paris. Paris was one of the guys that owned that shop. He was the team manager. Like he just like I walked in to like get a free board, and he was like, "Hey yo, you gonna let me get that?" I'm like, what are you talking about? He put it in a different term, but he's like, "What, you gonna let me get that?" And I was like, "What are you talking about?" And he's like, "Oh, so and so has been hooking up with your girl while you've been at work." And so there was 2 guys that skated for the team. I don't even bring them up, but they were hooking up with my girl the whole time.
What?
While I was and we'd go on like skate trips and shit, like not skate trips, but like weekends to like go film and shit like that. And they were being buddy with me. And I was like, what the fuck? So I ended up quitting community.
That's weird. But Paris, that's how Paris like broke the news to you,
Yeah.
and he just knew that for a long time and just finally let you know. Or
I don't know how long he knew, but if it wasn't for him, I would fucking never would have found out. So like respect to
wild.
that.
Yeah.
I'll take that.
That's so gross, bro.
It's fucked up to be honest, because
really
like
nasty.
that was my high school girlfriend at that time. So I think I was like 18.
Yeah.
And so that happened. So I ended up quitting the skate team. But what's funny, oddly enough, like prior to that, my girlfriend at the time was getting tattooed by this dude, and she was like, "Oh, you should do some of the tattoo to be a part of it. I think it'd be kind of cool." And I was like, "Sure." The guy let me, and I did some of the tattoo. And he's like, "Oh, you need to come out for an apprenticeship. That doesn't look half too bad." And I was just like talking to her. I was like, "Oh, should I do that?" And she's like, "Fuck no, you ain't doing that. I know how these tattoo dudes are. Yada yada yada." And meanwhile, she's fucking cheating on me. So I dumped her ass, quit my fucking job, broke the lease of that apartment, and then moved out to Denver and started tattooing.
Huh.
So that's how I got
into So you had like some drawing skills, or did you need that at that time?
I was doing graffiti a lot at that time.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I did graffiti prior to tattooing.
And then prior to graffiti, you were into drawing, or?
I would like doodle.
Uh-huh.
Nothing too serious, but tattooing was never a thing that I pursued.
Mhm.
Like I didn't think anything of it.
So how do you transition from having like no prior like technical skills to becoming like a tattoo apprentice? Is it, I don't know anything about. I don't have any tattoos. I've never seen anyone get a tattoo. Like,
Well,
I don't know the process at all.
Usually, like a normal person has interest in art,
Right.
and then like has interest in tattooing, and then they pursue it that way, and then find a mentor and do an apprenticeship.
Mhm.
Mine was kind of just like a random fucking event where I just became a tattooer. Like I did graffiti prior to that. I loved graffiti because I don't know, it was like an outcast thing. I like fucking vandalizing shit. And it's just what I did. But I have that thing about me where I don't like not being good at something.
Mhm.
That can stem from like maybe the wrestling habit or whatever the hell it was, like trying to just pursue and be better and better. So once I got into tattooing, I was obsessed about it. Like I just like had to be good. I'd do something fucking that sucked, and then it wasn't good enough. I'd eat myself up, and just back to the drawing board. I just been like that my whole life with everything I've done. So here I am, fucking 18 years later, tattooing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's wild. And then what was like did you just started out decent and then just kept getting better?
Nah, I fucking sucked.
Really?
Like I was terrible.
And then
And when I did my apprenticeship, it was 2 years of zero drawing. Like the guy that I worked for, his street name was Yayo at the time, and he fucking hated me. And
Why?
like, I don't know, dude. Like, because I was the only white dude in a fucking Hispanic shop, and this we're talking 18 years ago, so it was a lot different.
Right.
Then it wasn't racism by in any way, but times were different back then. Especially with tattooing, it wasn't as like accepted as it is now. Like it was still kind of like
Kind of grungy.
grungy. Yeah, you had to be a certain type to have tattoos. But yeah, all I did was I was a little work bitch, and I fucking just cleaned the shop all the time and just dealt with all of his shit and fucking did whatever the fuck he told me to do, and that's just what it was. And then one day he's just like, "All right, bro, you can be a tattooer. You got to do 100 free tattoos before you can start charging." It's like, all right. So nobody fucking really taught me too much. Like my mentor at the time, he taught me as much as he could with me watching him. And I got to give him props anyways, because if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have made it. Mays Garcia allowed me to live at his place for at least 2 years. He fed me, he housed me. He was the fucking man, dude.
Yeah.
Nothing but respect for that dude. But at the time when they fucking put me on for 100 free tattoos, I don't think I was ready, and I fucked up like 98 tattoos.
Oh no!
yeah, I fucked them up.
But isn't that bad for them though? That they're letting an apprentice like.
Things were different back then, so he promoted it. He promoted it as this is an apprentice tattooer, so like it's free.
Oh, it was free because
it was all free.
It was free on the client's end too.
Yeah. Oh, so it was on them. Like they didn't have to fucking do it.
Oh, well that's fine. Like what do they expect? That's a crazy arrangement.
And what's crazy though, when I got into tattooing at 18, and all that shit happened with the shop and everything, I quit skateboarding.
Oh.
I quit at 18. And then I fucking worked my ass off after like graduating and doing all that shit, and like I was moving forward, and that's all my mind was set on. I didn't get back into skating till I was 25.
Right.
Because I got a DUI.
Oh, and you're like, now I'm cruising on my skateboard now.
Yeah, I had nothing else to do. I didn't know how to fucking hang out at the bar, so I fucking went back to the park, and then got sponsored by Thrifty Stick, and then Thrifty Stick a month later became 720, and then I was off the fucking team. So I was like, "Fuck this shit, bro."
Is that shop still around?
720?
Yeah,
I don't know. I think so. On Broadway.
Yeah,
it's either there or it's just vacant now. I don't know.
I haven't been that far south on Broadway in a long time.
But where I worked was across the street from there, so it was Thrifty Stick, and literally across the street was Certified Tattoo. That's where I was tattooing.
Oh, okay.
So like it kind of just worked out, like where I was at to get another quote unquote sponsorship.
Right.
Lasted a month.
Yeah, that's funny.
But, yeah.
And then, did you ever film any full parts or?
The only time I got to film a part is if I filmed it myself.
Yeah.
Or my buddy Bugs. For some fucking weird reason, nobody ever would fucking film me, bro. I've been hanging out with a lot of the 303 guys for a long fucking time, and I would go out with them, and I would try something, and nobody would film me, so it discouraged me, and made me feel like I just fucking sucked.
Yeah, that's an ass feeling.
Yeah, so I don't know.
Back in those days, they were like film though. It was like film on film. So
I'm talking more recent because I didn't get back into skating until I was like 25, and then I started to really hit it hard, like when everybody was like hitting Arvada Park and all that stuff. We had like the young crowd coming out, like Trevor, Dan Kuvmop, and like all these like young Trent McQueen. Like everybody was just crushing it at that point in time. Mm-hmm. I knew all of them, but they were already kind of like linked into everything, and I don't know, never got any shine or love, I guess.
Yeah. And
maybe on my own problem too was just a confidence thing. I never felt like I was good enough.
Yeah.
So, like, I don't know.
Yeah.
So I never filmed anything.
Yeah, that's rough.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard. Skateboarding is. It's like we were talking about earlier. Like skaters are super fickle, and if you're not, you have to be a certain way. You have to be. It's so political too, and it's like it's super political, and it's super petty, and like I don't know. Skaters are so weird, bro. They're super weird
It's
and
very clicky.
super clicky.
And now I don't even know what direction skating's going at this point in time.
Mhm.
Like I don't even know if it's clicky anymore.
No, it's all falling
I
apart.
I think it's like I from what you see on Instagram, everything's dope. But when you go to the parks now, is skateboarding dying? If like, is it not cool to skate now, or is just like I don't know?
I can't explain it. I'm not stoked on it, but I can't explain it either.
Yeah,
And that's kind of why I've fallen off. Part of the reason, I'm just super busy at all times, and then, but I'm not stoked to go skate. Like
Yeah.
I'm not stoked because like the stuff I see like on Instagram and stuff, it gives you like this illusion that like everybody's really good, and a lot of people are really good, but it just it was always super narcissistic and super about like, oh, me and I want to do this, but now like there's no filter on
Yeah.
who's can expose their brand or their style to the whole world. Before it was like someone, like you're saying, someone had to film you, and it's like, oh, I can go film myself, and like that was not acceptable.
yeah.
And I don't think I still kind of like, dude, you're filming yourself. Like I
Well-
just feel like that there's so many cringe things that people that have become just the norm in skateboarding that we're always cringe and just so gross and have become what everybody's doing, that I'm just like so turned off by it, and I'm not stoked to like go out and skate. Where it was like, oh, I like Sorry came out, or like Man Down came out, or the America video came out. I'm like, dude, I had that, and that would stoke me for 6 months,
Yeah.
and that didn't need anything else. And now I like see way better skating from all over the world, and I'm just don't doesn't stoke me. Like I don't
Yeah.
care. I don't care about it. Like it's just all disposable and just I feel like just really uninspired and boring. Like it's better and cleaner and bigger and everything, but it's just so boring to me. Like emotional, like soulless.
Mhm.
I'm like, this is not cool. This is not what I
Yeah.
what I loved about skateboarding. It's not stoking me to go pick up my skateboard and go out and be around these like kids that have this mentality that like the instant gratification. Like, you know, Sorry took years. Like Many Kamadi took years to create this masterpiece, and then everyone just throwing all kinds of levels of bullshit out there. And I'm like, dude, I don't care about any of this stuff. Like,
Yeah.
so detached from everything skateboarding now. It
Well,
bums me out. That's why I like this podcast, because I still want to be connected to skateboarding. I still love skateboarding, but the current age of skateboarding just not fun in my mind.
Well, that's what's cool about this podcast and what you're trying to do, because this gives the younger generation a perspective of what we grew up with and what we've seen and experienced. Because like my fucking problem with this new era of skating is social media.
Mhm.
Like it's a fucking vast fucking platform of information that is just overload. Like you're not even surprised by a gnarly trick anymore.
No.
It's just like, okay, it's just another one. Scroll past, scroll past, scroll past.
Right.
And like nothing's satisfying anymore. Like back
No.
in the day, like you were talking about, you waited for these videos to drop and you're fucking hyped to
Yeah.
go hit the streets after that. And you know, maybe you went home that same very night and fucking watched it again and
Yeah.
watched it again.
Yeah.
But when you left the fucking house, it was just you.
Mhm.
And you had dreams.
Mhm.
Like you would think about, oh, what happened in that part. I want to be that person. Like whoever that skater was to you. Mine was, ironically enough, was Dave Davis and Travis Law, because
Right.
I only had one fucking video growing up because I was poor as fuck, and I had Out of the Blue, the little blue
Oh my gosh.
VHS fucking tape. That's the only one I had, so
That's
I
hilarious.
watched it over and over again. But
Do
like,
you still have it?
no, dude, I don't
Oh,
know what
bummer.
happened to it. But like now, like you just hop on Instagram, and it's just like you're like, oh, that was sick, but then you scroll again, that was sick, and that was sick. Like you don't know where you want to be or where you fit in, and like what attracts you to certain styles of skating or what really makes you hyped.
Mhm.
And like I fell into that like super heavy the last fucking few years ago, like I don't know, maybe 5 years ago when everyone was like blowing up and Instagram was blowing up and I felt like I had to be this certain guy. I fucking hated skateboarding. I was filming to try to fucking impress or do what everybody else was doing. And it fucking ruined it for me.
It's boring. Like,
And,
it just makes it no fun. It's like so
It's-
sucking. Like,
dude, yeah, it's fucking garbage.
Mhm.
But like this last few fucking years, like with all the shit like that happened, which I'm fucking grateful for losing everything, to be honest. Like I lost it fucking all. And then when I was sitting in fucking jail, I realized that like the only thing that I truly care about is like being on my skateboard and having genuine relationships with people, like close people. I don't give a fuck about my Instagram following or anything else. Like I've been just diving into that. I'll post, just a post, I guess, because that's just what we have to do now. But it's not very important for me anymore. Like literally just going to the skate park and primarily fucking Denver Park, because I feel a lot of people hate Denver Park, but Denver Park is the only thing that's still kind of holding a culture. Like we're all the outcasts and we fucking gather there and like, yeah, people are partying, maybe doing drugs and fucking acting crazy and shit, but that's what we are. And like that builds creativity. That brings excitement. And
it just brings that edge and that bite that,
Yeah.
that it just died because
Yeah.
the other thing too is like I say it all the time on the podcast, but it's like skateboarding used to be exclusive. Like
Yeah.
it wasn't. No, you can't kick with us. Like that's part of the thing with going to like you're with the people like dissing you on the filming stuff. It's like yeah, it's exclusive. Like it will kick you out, and the people that you want to be so close and friends with, they will kick you out.
Yeah.
And they're not gonna because they're holding themselves to the highest standard. And if you're not getting to their level, dude, you're not gonna kick with them. They're not gonna clip you up. They're not gonna invite you to the session. They're not gonna party with you after the session.
Yeah.
And it's not for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
And then forget about everyone else that are like, dude, we're not talking to those guys. They're kooks. Like these guys are kooks. These people don't belong here. They're not invited. They're not a part of our thing. And it's like the most jock mentality ever. But it's like, dude, it was for a reason. It was to keep skateboarding and keep it a certain way, which it should have been. It was like, we're all criminals. We're all breaking the law. We're all trespassing. We're all vandalizing. We're all drinking underage. We're all smoking weed, and we're
bunch of lunatics.
Yeah, we're a bunch of we're all risking our bodies. Yeah. We're all risking our future. We're all risking our reputation. We're all risking our like everything. And it was like, are you gonna do this or are you not? Are you gonna pretend? Are you gonna pretend to be that guy?
Oh yeah, and that's so I've been having to chill the fuck out because that pretending shit. Like, there's been a few times like recently where I went to D Park and I drank a little too much, and I started speaking my mind. It's like, you motherfuckers, are you like trying to be skaters,
right? Or
are you trying to like be skaters?
Yeah.
Like, like try something.
Yeah.
Like what the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
We're in a weird era of skating. I don't know where it's going.
Yeah, I don't either. But I think skateboarding has a way of kind of like the pendulums. I guess that's not the pendulum. The pendulum, right? It just swings wildly, and it takes a while for it to get to each end of the spectrum. And I just can't identify where on the spectrum we're even at is the thing.
Technology is fucking it up.
Yeah.
So like, for me personally, the more I'm disconnecting from my phone and disconnecting from like what the world is doing, or let's just say the things I'm into, like skateboarding, tattooing, graffiti. If I ignore what that world is doing social media wise, I become more myself and I become more creative and I fall more in love with what I'm doing. So like, I've noticed it with the skateboarding. The moment I stopped giving a fuck about what anybody else thought or what tricks I was doing or whatever, like I'm getting more love on social media, and I'm like, oh, that was just some bullshit shit that I thought was fucking fun for myself. Same with my graffiti or my tattooing, and I'm literally watching it progress in front of my own eyes. And I think it's just we have to just disconnect. Like, this is a platform that could give you exposure, which is necessary, but in a away, I guess. I don't know. But I think that's the problem is everybody's just too plugged into the shit and everybody is just becoming a fucking bot of a bot of a bot of a bot of a bot. And that's why it's fucking boring. And if you're not as good as fucking Yuto or Nija and you don't fit that bot, you just fucking quit.
Yeah.
You just don't do it. Instead of just being yourself.
Right.
Like go back to fucking when all this shit started with hip hop and skateboarding and graffiti.
And punk rock.
Like, bro, that was like everybody was individuals.
Yeah.
Like you listen to all that music, everybody was inspired to sound different, look different, dress different. Like that's just what it was. It was individuality before anything. Like now everybody's fucking cloned.
Yeah.
Like
I feel that way.
it's just a clone.
Yeah. I mean, it was like that to an extent, but it's just like I said, it's just that, but exploding, like, and taking over the world.
Yeah.
Just like,
Well, where do we go from here? Like,
yeah, well, that's
what
I want to know.
Is it gonna like? Is something gonna happen where something's gonna change for the better or for the worse? Because what I think social media is turning into is just a product. It's a product to sell.
Right.
You know, like everybody's becoming the product to sell. You know, and a lot of these guys like that get flow for skateboarding too, they're just being fucking used most of the time.
Right.
Like my buddy Trevor was on Santa Cruz for fucking years, put in mad fucking work. And we were in Arizona and I went to go skate with him and one of the team managers of Santa Cruz. I just don't want to say names.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
Stupid shit. But Trevor reaches out to him. He's like, "Hey, man, so like, you know, like when we were at the session, he's like, you know, are you ever going to turn me pro or yada yada yada? Like, what's up with that?" And he just told him, he's like, "Hey, we won't turn you pro because we got 4 guys ahead of you. So by that time, you'll be too old." But like, if it wasn't for him to fucking say anything, they were going to use his ass for as long as they can because he's doing the tagging, he's doing all this. Yeah, he's getting free product, but like everything is just going like social media is just about the corporations making fucking money. They don't necessarily care about the individual itself.
Yeah.
And so like that's where I'm like, where do we go from here? Like,
yeah, it's tough though because right. So at that other paradigm is like all of the power is in control of the distributors and their offshoot brands. And these guys are deciding what's cool, what's not, who's gonna get shine, who's not, right? And so there's the skateboarding power is centralized on these like maybe the nodes look like this, right? Where you have like Dwindle and then you have Black Box and you have a couple of these distributions and their offshoot brands, and then those team managers, the pros, and then the AMs, and then the flow and all that, and it's centralized. And now you have it is even more centralized because it's just Instagram now. Mm-hmm. And the algorithm is determining who's going to be hot and who's going to be not, right?
Yeah.
And so it has nothing to do with skateboarding. And so you have this one algorithm, basically AI, like robot, determining who's getting shine, and then has nothing to do with skateboarding. And so now it's shining on all these guys who don't necessarily aren't pro or in the industry, right? And they're outshining dudes that are pros, right? And so it's like, okay, the industry still has to exist because that's where skateboards come from physically. That's where the actual skateboards and the wheels and the trucks come from these. So as soon as this gets disrupted, and there's only a certain amount of companies, and they're already never really were making tons of money to begin with anyways.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So this starts to break down and starts getting all chaotic because they've lost their power structure. And so that can in turn affect like actual product. Mm-hmm. Like, okay, these companies go out of business. All these companies are going out of business. Lakai, Enjoy. Like how many skate companies have gone out of business like in the last 7 years?
Yeah.
Like 8 years, tons. And it's just going to get worse, right? And so it's like something has to maintain. And so I feel like the power structure of actual product is going to start shrinking as this thing of the internet keeps growing, and then the power is going to get even stronger with the producers of product somehow. and or maybe other companies, now that it's such a worldwide market, maybe it's going to be companies in each countries or each regions will have, like, it's not going to be all indie, it's not going to be all uh uh what's his name in the professor, what's Schmidt
Oh yeah,
sticks.
Schmidt.
It's not going to be all Schmidt sticks, right? Where he's like, everyone's counting on him to make the boards for all of the companies, but it's still centralized in one place. But then you got to distribute those boards, cost shipping, takes time, it's more money, and maybe there's like, oh, now there's gonna be like a Japanese truck company, a Japanese wheel company, a Japanese board companies, or like a German companies, or Swiss companies, or African companies, or Australian companies, and maybe that just spreads and completely dilutes it to like a global thing where everyone starts to be more tribal again, right? Because like, oh, we're American skaters, oh, we're Canadian skaters, oh, we're Mexican skaters, oh, we're.
I feel like it's already kind of going that direction.
That's kind of what the future that I'm kind of imagining.
Yeah. Or like you kind of like made me think about it too, because I've been seeing it with tattooing too. Is like with this inflation and this new shit that's going on in the world, a lot of motherfuckers are dropping like flies.
Mhm.
So it's like it's showing like the true skaters or the people that actually give a fuck about what they're doing.
Right.
So maybe that's what's happening. Maybe everything's tightening, and we're seeing a lot of hurt in skate shops and all this other places. They're not making enough sales, yada yada yada, because there's less demand. But the demand is still there. It's just the true the people that are passionate about it. Are we just tightening it back down to where it used to be? Because like when skateboarding first hit, we weren't a fucking big community.
No.
It wasn't the coolest fucking thing to skate.
No.
And I think now everybody has seen it all over social media and they've seen all of this shit and they're like, this is fucking cool as fuck, until they get on their skateboard and they fucking eat shit. Like, like they're like, all right, this isn't as cool as I thought.
Right.
Like, but I'm going to carry my skateboard around. I'm going to be at the park because, all the chicks love the skaters and yada, yada, yada.
Is that true anymore? Or was that ever true?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm guilty, bro. But I had a little mixture of chicks that like skating and tattooing. So I had that and I had the graffiti. So it worked out in my favor, I think.
Good for you. Good to hear that.
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
So, anything we missed out? Or anything we leave out?
I don't know, bro.
Trying to think.
I'm sure there's always more that we can talk about, but I think that was pretty cool.
Anything you want to get off your chest, bro? Or any explanations you got to make? Or any stories you want to tell?
Nah, just fucking keep skating. Like, literally, like, I don't care how fucking old you are or whatever, just get out there, because we're living in such a weird time with social media and it's disconnecting everybody. I've experienced it. That's what has been like driving my fucking anxiety and shit, because I just fell into it too much and like comparing myself to everybody and everything, like all that bullshit. Just fucking get outside and skate and enjoy the moment and your friends. And you don't have to fucking be friends with everybody. I learned that shit. Just keep your close friends tight and just live it like it's your last. That's it. Like, nothing else fucking matters. You can die tomorrow.
Mhm.
I lost a few fucking friends just this last year, and that's just gnarly. So I guess that's all I gotta say. It's just that, just fucking live, man. Live in the moment. And if you're gonna skate, fucking skate for yourself. Don't skate for everybody else.
Word. Do you want to give any shout outs or?
Nah.
Later. Right on. I think that'll wrap it. It was a good session. Thank you, Adrian, so much.
Bro.
It was a lot of fun.
Cool,
Hope
man.
you had a good time.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, I appreciate
Right
you
on.
stopping in. Tomorrow we've got live stream late night. No stream late night live tomorrow. What else we got going on? Probably not a whole lot of live stuff, but keeping. What's that?
Pinball next week.
Oh yeah, pinball next Monday. We'll have Tomcat pinball stream, and then keep it with our socials. We're doing better at posting some stuff, even though I don't like to do it. We are creating stuff that you should check out, and we'll keep you updated with what's going on inside the arcade, which is going to be going through some big changes here soon, and you'll want to know about all of that. So definitely check us out, and everyone have a good night.